It's been a while since we've had an episode of Shea Beers, and I know it's been a while, maybe a month. If you know me personally, you know that I don't share things when I'm going through them, but I'm super open to talk about things after it's happened, like after it's over and I'm okay again. So I guess this is my being open and explaining why I haven't been making an episode in a while. I mean, it's not super serious, nobody's sick or anything. But in December, well, we moved. We bought a house and we moved. I think the official move-in day was maybe the 16th or 17th. It's whatever that Saturday was. But in the weeks leading up to the move, Josh was out of town, and not just out of town, but like out of country. He was in Dubai, and I had the responsibility of packing up the entire house. I was home by myself, so I was, kind of a single mom, not really, but, by myself with the kids for, 3-4 weeks. And I had to pack the house, and I had to do all of the planning and phone calls and meetings for, the house and the appraiser and the inspection and, everything else, the cable and the phone, just everything that goes with moving. It was all on me. At the same time, Christmas was coming. So I was also preparing at the same time for Christmas and doing that all by myself. Just all the plans that we were trying to do for Christmas and all the stuff that we had to get and who was getting, what for Christmas. And on top of that, we were supposed to go out of town before Christmas and visit to spend some time in Utah with relatives. My husband's sister's daughter, who is Sophie's age, got baptized the day after Christmas. So as I'm preparing all of this stuff, I'm getting more and more stressed out. And I know that I already have issues with anxiety attacks and panic attacks. And as it's getting closer to the move, I'm getting worse. And knowing that, we're going to move into a brand new house, less than a week later, we've got to celebrate Christmas early as a family and then drive to Utah to spend a week there. And we got into the house and I was kind of sort of okay. I've been having some, emotional breakdowns and crying, but I thought I was hiding it pretty well from everybody. I mean, I guess I wasn't doing that great of a job, but I thought I was hiding it, pretty well at the time. When you're that down, you think you're hiding it. Anyway, so we got moved into the house. And it just, as we were getting closer and closer to, Christmas, our, family Christmas that we were going to do, like, I think on the 20th, because we were leaving, or 21st, we were leaving the 22nd. While we were moving, I hurt my shoulder again. Not my left one that I've had surgery on twice, but my right shoulder. Josh and I have a really huge TV in our bedroom. It's massive. It's like a 60-something inch projection TV, so it's massive and it's heavy, and we picked it up and took it down the stairs and out to the car and moved it into our new house. And that, lifting and carrying has somehow injured my shoulder. At the time I thought I had just pulled all the muscles in it, but I just got back from my MRI that my orthopedic doctor has made me do, so I'll get the results of those next week. But I am in a lot of pain in my right shoulder, and the pain's just kind of spread neck and shoulder blade and down through my bicep. But anyway, that's beside the point, or kind of sort of with the point, but I was also in pain. So anyway, we were only a couple days, 2 or 3 days from everything leaving, and I just don't know, I kind of had a breakdown. I just couldn't handle it anymore emotionally. I I don't know if do you watch This Is Us? Do you remember when Randall had his breakdown and he was just kind of on the floor and crying, and Kevin came and helped him, and that was kind of what happened. I was on the floor and I was just crying and I couldn't do it, and Josh came in and found me on the floor, crying, and he said he knew that I was upset and I was having a hard time, so my hiding wasn't that great. The decision was made to not go to Utah, which was like this massive, huge weight lifted off of my shoulders. It was a hard decision because that also came with feelings of guilt that Josh wasn't going to get to see his family, which I know he was really excited about, and guilt that the family wasn't going to have us there. Like they seemed to always be there for us, and now we weren't going to be there for them. And sadness that we weren't going to see it, and I had friends that I was going to see while I was out there, but I was also feeling relief, and then I was also feeling like I had failed, like I couldn't do it. I had tried to do everything, and the packing and the moving and Christmas and the trip, and I tried to do all of it, and instead of doing it, I just kind of broke down. So that's why I didn't make any episodes, because it just was one more thing that I couldn't do. There was, just the thought of sitting down at my computer and doing anything was too much. So anyway, that's my story, and I guess I'm kind of embarrassed by it. I have been talking to a friend of mine who is really into mindfulness, and we've been talking about, ways to, cope and ways to use mindfulness and meditation to help me when things like that happen again, and how I can better handle these situations. And I know I need to get into some kind of therapy and talk to them about this, just to find some ways for myself to work through when I have anxiety and panic attacks, because that was like a panic attack that lasted weeks, and I wasn't sleeping and I wasn't eating, which probably not a bad thing. It was like there was a band around my chest, like I couldn't breathe, and anyway, it was awful. And it's over. Everything's over. We're in the house. We're not really unpacked. We're kind of sort of unpacked. We're getting unpacked. It's slowly happening. And Christmas is over, so now I have time. There's no time limit for me to get the house put back together, so I'm going to start working on episodes again. We've done a little bit of filming, so I'm going to go through that and maybe update a little bit and make a few episodes of things that the kids have been filming since I've been out. But I'm back. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling a lot better, a little bit more social than I have been in a while. So anyway, if anybody has ever had these issues, I would love to hear from you. You don't have to post anything on here publicly. If you wanted to send me private messages on Twitter or Facebook, Instagram, whatever, share with me your story. Let me know that I'm not this, failure. Like my only job is a mom, and I completely dropped everything and failed. So anyway, if you know what it's like or have any words of wisdom, I'd love to hear from you. And anyway, so I am looking forward to doing some more episodes and to just kind of relax and enjoy our new house and unpacking and decorating. So